So, this dropped unexpected, for me at least. And apparently, we're also getting a cinema release. I had heard rumors beforehand about it, but I didn't think they would end up being true given how much time passed. Please focus, camera. Given how much time passed between like the rumor appearing and then them actually announcing it, I didn't think it would be true, but here we are. So I am shook. I don't know what to say other than I have my Jack's shirt. Wait, can you guys, can I unzoom this? So like it's kind of the same thing. It doesn't matter. I have my Jack shirt, the I Can Fix Him shirt. I have my Ragged cardigan right here with its pins. Well, this is the pin that it comes with, and my boating pin. And the other merch that I ordered hasn't arrived yet, but I guess I will have it by the time next episode drops, or if I go watch it to the cinema. I still don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but that's a whole other thing. I have limited time, so I couldn't wait any longer to watch the trailer. I originally didn't want to, but I keep seeing posters around, and I need to know what's happening. So I also don't want like my friends to accidentally spoil me because they already watched it. So there's that. Anyway, without further ado, let us get into it. I'm nervous. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm scared. Okay.
Are you sure?
That means...
Oh, my baby girl.
Just now, we have nothing.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
What do we do now?
I really wanted to help.
What?
Jax?
Jax?
Have you ever done something that you regret?
Ribbit. So we're gonna get more on Ribbit. Oh my god, that's how it is! Are you kidding? That's it. Oh my god. Early as the last act. Oh my god, that's cool. You know, fun fact, at the time of me recording this, it's now available on Mexico. But when they released this, it said Latin America, and I was like, oh, cool. And they indeed had, like, North America, Central America, and South America. And when I go to North America, it's just the United States and Canada. I'm like, oh. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll no longer have the dilemma of whether to watch it on cinemas or react to it when it drops on YouTube. But that same day at night, they announced that they already were going to also show it on, like, in Mexico, because people emailed and all stuff. So that was fast. So I still don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I guess I will keep you posted. Depends really on if I find people to go with, really, because otherwise I don't see the point in me like just going to the cinema. If I can get my friends to watch it with me, then sure. So I lost my train of thought, but right, friends, cinema. If I can somehow get to go with my friends that I recorded the last reaction with, to go to the cinema with me and then we record like the audio of a reaction or something, then maybe. But if not, then I personally don't see the point in going. yes, it supports the show, and it's great that it's getting like this big release, because at the end of the day, it helps it be more out there and make more profit, and so more people can find out about it as well and get FOMO. Um, and in the end, like, it's good for the indie animation scene. But me personally, in the way I like to experience things, I don't see the point unless like I actually go with my friends. Um, so yeah, I guess it will depend on that. And either way, like, if I end up going to see it on the big screen, I think I will also rewatch it when it actually drops on YouTube. So then I could like maybe get like a second reaction or get more in depth in to my thoughts about it. I think that would be like the compromise I would reach if I do go see it in cinemas. Also, it would be cool to meet more people here that like the amazing digital circus. So, you know, but yeah. Now, the trailer. I actually want to rewind a bit because I wanted to see some of the shots. I was not expecting to see Rivet there. Like that was uncalled for. That. Gonna lower the volume on my end because it's like really loud. That was uncalled for. I in my last reaction, it wasn't in the video. I wondered about it after with my friends, because in the moment I kind of didn't really like think about it, but I was like, wait a second, we never really got any like resolution regarding Rivet. Like, what's gonna happen with that? Because they cast a whole voice actress for her, and I doubt that it was just that scene in the like in the little globe, the snow globe or whatever it was, in Kane's office, with Rivet. I doubt it was just that, and it was unintelligible. I think that's the word. Sure, let's go with that. Reminder that English is not my first language. But anyway, you couldn't understand anything that she was saying, and so I was like, what's gonna happen with that? And my friend Ibra was like, they're probably gonna do something about it in like the last episode. Like, I doubt like that's the case. And I was like, I hope so. So now we see her, and it's like, huh, okay, cool. So we're gonna get into that. I actually didn't expect this episode to have such a heavy focus on Jax, as it seems it's gonna have. I mean, again, the episode is gonna be like an hour long, so I don't know what to expect, to be honest. Like, what I found lately editing my old reactions is that afterwards I feel like a sense of clarity of like, yeah, this makes sense. But usually that's like after I've already rewatched the episode multiple times, I've processed things, and I've also listened to other people's opinions on the episode and the meaning of certain things and whatnot. I like to listen to analysis on media a lot. Is when I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I understand the purpose of this. But it's usually after that. In the moment, what I've seen is that with this show specifically, I've always been like, what just happened? I think I don't get it, but I do. But at the same time, I'm very confused, and I don't know where this is going. And always the sentiment is like, I don't know what they're gonna do next. I don't know what to expect. So I just don't expect anything anymore. I kind of low-key do, because again, I thought that maybe I didn't think it would be focusing on Jax. I thought that it would just be like a group thing, maybe. I don't know, because at the end of the episode I was like, okay, but what now? A lot of people started, ouch, a lot of people I saw started talking about like, oh, the other AI was Bubble, so maybe that Bubble is gonna be the big bad. But I never agreed with that fully. I was like, it could be. Like, I wouldn't necessarily be against it, but given how the show multiple times has proven that it's more character driven rather than um like this big plot that's like unfolding in front of us, is not so much about world building, I guess, in a sense. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. Um, but it's not focused on like the lore and like what does this mean, and which episode 7 kind of very much proved. Um, and that doesn't necessarily mean that some of the things that were like theorized and stuff are completely wrong. But I think what Gooseworks did with that was establish even more that that's not what this story is necessarily about. It's not its main focus. It has things here and there, like for example how we learned about Cain's creation and all of that, and you're supposed to like put the pieces together and to understand somewhat what happened, because they obviously not going to tell you like everything in detail, in full detail, but that this is a show that is more focused on its characters, and I think the the whole thing about finding meaning where in places where there's none, or supposedly there's none, right? Just like how Pomni was saying in the last episode about we need to abandon the idea of leaving, not because like it's wrong to want one, but because we are constantly getting disappointed about this when we find out it's not possible again. So I think in order to not spiral, it's better if we just look after each other and accept that this is our current reality and try to see what we can do with it. Which is something I definitely have not been struggling with lately. I don't know what she's talking about. Anyway, long story short, I think I ever since I saw like those theories, I was like, it could be, but I think that's not the point. And I think, because I haven't seen, but I haven't checked them more like, but I did see that Gooseworks open her Tumblr asks again, and somewhere I saw that she mentioned that Bubble did disappear alongside Kane. So I think that makes it very clear that this is not about the other AI, but rather what they do next. And for some reason that I don't know yet, and I don't know if I want to know until the episode drops, the focus is more on Jax. I do kind of get why, because, we are picking up where we left off emotionally with him, I feel like. And now that he saw that this is real, that they're not just cartoon characters, that they are real people, and that there's real people he has hurt, and maybe he has to face the fact that like whatever he's running from. I'm still not 100% sure if those memories were real. I don't think they were necessarily like, oh, Kane just put them in his head so he would he would like push the red button. But I'm still not sure if it's necessarily like, oh, what most people have theorized about being a runaway, a hidden run, right? Yeah, a hidden run. But whatever he was running from in real life actually happened, and that's technically what awaits him, if they're even like the actual people they're based off of. Because the last episode to me confirmed more that they are not necessarily like the people, but more like copies of those real people. And I don't know which one would be like more heartbreaking, to be honest, but I don't know. To me, it like sort of confirmed that more, the way like we saw on the computer that the files when Kinger was doing his thing, trying to stop Kane. That they look more like files. That and what Kane said about like their minds and whatnot, the digital copies or whatever. But anyway, Jax is now has to cope with the fact that everything he has done is very much real. And I don't know if he can cope with that necessarily, because he was at a breaking point back on episode 7. All the shenanigans that happened, the fake, the it was not a fake adventure, but the adventure of Abel. Now Kane being gone, Kane going crazy, and all of that kind of delayed that, but have also now contributed to it escalating, I feel like. So what I wanted to see, because I said that I wanted to see some things, and now I didn't. I didn't do that. I got sidetracked. I'm assuming that is them asking Kinger after he told, like right where we left off, like after he told them that he accidentally deleted Kane. And then, they're being like, uh-oh. And trying to cope with that. My baby girl, sweet, precious girl, Ragatha is so... Oh. My heart. I love her so much. But now, I see now that Pomni's like reaching out to her, so I'm very thankful for that. Oh, but my girl has been through so much. The fact that she was the second is like... I wonder how long it was only Kinger and her. Man. Also, the fact that she was calling out to other people when she like got in tells us that she was with other people, and I wonder like I don't necessarily think they're gonna explain it to us. I hope maybe in the future they answer like those questions, even if it's through a Q&A or something. But I wonder how exactly she got there. Because Pomni, we have like a rough idea of how. But I wonder how Ragatha stumbled there. And why. If they don't actually tell us like what's the point behind all of this. Because Kinger also didn't quite remember what they were like ultimately trying to do, or more like what Scratch was like, what his final goal was with all of this. But my baby girl Ragatha, my poor sweet child, I love her so much. Also, I took the cardigan off because it's really hot in here, even though it's like raining really hard outside. But yeah. So let us play again. And then there's just Pomni, and then there's Jax. I hate that this is like very slow now. It sounds like Ragatha, and since they're not like changing the name, I'm assuming it is her because she was the last person that talked. And now, I wonder what this is. This right here. Because the one that looks way more distressed is Ragatha. But it looks like Zubul and Pomni are just... like, Zubul is concerned. But Pomni looks more just like surprised. But Ragatha is the one that's like... horrible things are happening. She's seen shit. And it's bad. But I wonder what this is. Again, I'm just like trying to pause and take every scene in. I actually was gonna say, I don't know what exactly this scene is supposed to be, because everything has color here. So I don't think this is recent. I think this is just a memory or a digital hallucination. Well, not quite, but you know. I don't know, because this show is filled with fever dreams here and there. Like the intermission time and Jax's abstraction process and all of that. So I wonder if this is like maybe something he's experiencing himself, or if it's actually a memory, because everything has color, so it's probably not in the present. And also the posters that they've been like that have been circulating around in social media, like well, Twitter and all of that, have just like Jax. It's like it's Jax's world now, and I wonder. Oh, that would be really scary. I wonder if the whole fact that Kinga revealed to us that they have power, that they can do technically whatever they want, and conjure stuff. I wonder if that's gonna come back to bite us, and he's gonna try to like become the new ringmaster somehow. But then also, why would he do that? Why would he trap them there? Well, maybe it's because now that he knows things actually have meaning, he doesn't want to let go of what he has. I don't know. I am completely blank on what his motivations could be right now. Outside of just him like losing it, because obviously, but I wonder. Oh man. I was like, I can patiently wait. We're almost halfway through April. I think the episode is gonna come out soon enough. Now I'm like, I can't wait. I really need them, right? Like, I really need it to release, like, right now. Please. But who knows? Anyway, let's continue. And then Pomni being very distressed. Probably everyone's like looking up to her right now because she kind of became the de facto leader after episode 6. Oh, and she's crying, baby girl. Oh, sweet summer child. And then Jax is like here in this room that looks very much like the one in episode 7, but I have no idea what this could be, honestly. I feel like this of like Pomni crying, Ragatha being like also very distressed. Like these are probably the aftermath of what happened to Kane, and them trying to like process it. I just noticed that her dress looks so detailed now. It's crazy how much the animation improved from episode 1 to now. Like holy. But then again, also it's been like 3 years since the pilot release, which is crazy to think about. That it's been 3 years, but it doesn't feel like it's been 3 years. But that's just my existential crisis to deal with. Anyway, Zubul here is also like very panicked. And then there's Pomni. Oh, I did not notice this. This is Gango's happy mask. This is the one from the fast food episode. Why is she wearing it right now? Oh boy. I thought she got rid of it. There's Pomni there sitting looking at the void or something. And then Gangle being using the mask and being not okay. And then whatever is like, it's like the, I don't know if this is supposed to like represent time passing by or everything just being out of whack now that Kane is gone. And then Jax looking at something. I'm assuming here he is talking to Kinger and everyone. Like Pomni's concerned like about his reaction, and then everyone else is just still not okay after that. Like, there he's like, it's kind of like how he turned and looked at Pomni in They All Get Guns when he tells her that he's gonna forget about her and all of that. So I don't know if that might be also a flashback, because it also has color. But here he's like upset. Pomni going into a door. Kind of looks like the exit door by the color, but at the same time I'm not sure. Just music, Jax. Jax, my boy, don't do anything crazy. And then them looking at the stars, and it's just Rivet. I'm sure he has done multiple things he regrets. Like right there. Just looks at her, and Rivet is not even, she's not even happy here. She's already like sad-ish for some reason. I wonder then if this is where they will reveal if something actually happened in the real world that he's running away from. Yeah, and then it just ends. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, I guess that's just... I'm wondering if what I think are flashbacks due to there being like color, if it's maybe what happened before Rivet abstracted, what caused it. I do remember Gooseworks saying before, like a long time ago, when they had the Tumblr Asks open, that we hadn't seen yet what was the worst thing Jax has ever done. Because someone asked something around like the same wording about like what's the worst thing Jax has ever done, and she mentioned that we haven't seen it yet, and I always wonder when that was gonna come up. So I'm, because of Rivet asking that exact same question, I'm assuming that is where we're gonna find out, but I am unsure whether it has to do with maybe him unintentionally causing Rivet's abstraction, or whatever it is that he's running away from in real life. So maybe that's why he was also like very distressed when Kinger was filling them in on what they were doing in CNA. That those memories weren't fake, that they are very much real. So who knows? My boy Jax. You know, for all I really, me being like, oh yeah, I'm a big Jax fan, was more of a meme with my friend Ivra, because he was like, no, I hate him, I hate his guts, and I hope he suffers. I don't remember if he said that last one literally, but he basically doesn't like him, and I understand why. But I was always more neutral towards Jax. Like, yeah, he can be funny, but he's also being a jerk. But at the same time, he's probably hiding something. So it's whatever. He's fine. But then after he was like, no, Jax is the worst and blah blah blah. And there I was like, kind of being like his defender, in the group. I kind of just like leaned into like, no, Jax is good, trust. And so I bought the shirt because I thought it would be funny. Like, I can fix it. But I am also like, and I did end up becoming a little bit like, more of a Jax fan, even though my favorite is Dragatha and Kane. They're fighting for the number 1 spot, but that is due to relatability. Although really, Kinger should be everyone's favorite because he's the best. But I would say Jax is either my number 3 or like my number 4, depending on my mood. But I am very much one of the fans that likes to see him suffer. So if he gets something bad coming his way, I'm pretty sure he probably deserves it. So But I am really curious and excited to see what's gonna happen and how this is gonna end. But yeah, with that, I think that's pretty much it for this one. It ended up being way longer than, like, a way longer recording session than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like very quick and done, but no, as per usual with me, because I have a lot of things to say about it. And I'm giving more my thoughts that I wasn't able to give on the previous episode, because now that I've sat with it for a while and all of that, I am bringing forth the things that I thought about it afterwards, that I didn't really voice in the recording of anything. And I was also in a hurry that day, so, but yeah. With that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for giving me your time. Let me know what your theories are, if you have any, or if, like me, you're not expecting anything in particular and are just here for the ride. So, yeah. Man, oh man, I can't wait. So with that, please subscribe, please hype the video if you can. I think that's only like a mobile feature, so it's probably somewhere down here. I think you have to like scroll to find it or whatever. Like it so the algorithm promotes me, because otherwise they kind of hate me, low-key. I'm starting to think that. Also follow my main channel if you can, and yep, I think that's pretty much it. And follow me on social media if you want, if you use it. I am trying to use it more, but it's kind of hard. I'm not very good at like the whole social media managing. So I do what I can. But yeah. Anyway, with that, I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Okay, bye-bye.